Kenya is to delay the closure of the Dadaab refugee camp by an additional 6 months. About 350,000 live in the camp near the Somali border. The Kenyan government opened Dadaab camp, designed for 90,000 refugees in 1991, as a temporary solution to the civil war in Somalia. The makeshift tents also hold refugees from across the East African region. Catherine Soy joins me live from Nairobi. Why the delay, Catherine?
Like you mentioned, Jean, there's been a lot of international pressure for the government to rescind its decision. So this comes as no surprise, really. The government, government officials have made many threats to close the camp. This particular threat was the strongest. That's why there was so much fear, particularly in the camps, that the camp would be shut come the end of the month. But it has been apparent for a while now, Jen, that it's logistically impossible to close the camps, and that's because of a UN-led repatriation program that has been going on for the last 3 years. And so far, only about 35,000 refugees have been repatriated. The camp now has 250,000 refugees. Most of them are Somalis. So that pace has been very slow. So I think the government has reviewed this and other variables, including the current security situation in Somalia, particularly in areas where these people are being taken back to, and decided that it's not feasible to close the camps by the end of this month. And I think that's what's also going to happen come May, this new deadline. A lot of people who've been following whatever is happening in Dadaab say that because the process, the repatriation is voluntary and it's very, very slow, it's going to be very difficult to close the camp even in May next year.
And I'm wondering how human rights organizations who've been very worried about what's been going on in the camp and the closure of the camp will say about this.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of worry. Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, Doctors Without Borders have all raised concerns about what's going on. People in the camp, some of them say that they feel pressure to register to go back home because of the uncertainty there. Doctors Without Borders say more than 80% of refugees in Dadaab do not want to go back. We were in the camps very recently, and we spoke to people who were very afraid of going back, saying that they fear for their lives, the security situation. There are some saying that they don't know how they're going to access some of their basic needs, like health services as well. And then there are other people who have been there since the 90s, and they say, what are we going back to? I mean, we don't have anything anymore in Somalia. And there's some people, Jane, who have been repatriated and are coming back as well. We spoke to some teenage brothers who were repatriated back to southern Somalia, their home village, earlier in the year, and they're back. They said they went there, and 5 days later, their father was slaughtered, they say, by Al-Shabaab, and they had to run. And they don't know where their mother and 4 other siblings are. So it's difficult stories that like that people are coming back with, that is creating even more fear in the camp. So the refugees are very, very relieved indeed that the government has rescinded this decision.
Okay.